All right, welcome everyone. Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Avatar The Last Airbender, Episode 7. All right, so we're getting to the Water Nation.
I do believe so.
The Water Tribe of the North. The finale of Book 1 of Netflix's live-action adaptation of the beloved Nickelodeon animated show, Avatar The Last Airbender.
This is where you can finally solidify nail in the coffin. Yes, it's already far, far better than that movie that doesn't exist. But with catching up to all the content that non-existent movie covered.
Right, that's true.
You know? And now it's
that's true.
Like fully like finishing, wiping the slate clean.
Yeah. I am genuinely excited for Book 2 of this show. There are a lot of ways in which the Book 1 finale can be tricky to handle.
Sure.
So I would love to see them nail, personally, just the absolute spectacle of the waterbenders kind of taking background during the night with the rising of the moon and the firebenders, coming, strong in the day.
I feel like this is the next situation where the darker tone of the show can really like
we don't have any
yes, but like in a similar way that like seeing the air temple being destroyed at the beginning, right? It's like okay, that's part of the benefit you get from the darker tone.
Right.
Now that we have like, oh no, this is going to be full on wartime.
Right.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I also like that we have ourselves a unique Zhao here who will be fun to watch be defeated.
He will be delightful.
I also probably find his fight with Zuko to be pretty good because the firebending has been pretty solid.
It's been pretty great.
Specifically, Zuko's firebending has been pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
The ocean spirit
that's gonna be a bit wild.
That's gonna be a bit nuts.
I am curious what they're gonna end up doing with the whole Ko situation.
Right, because they already did the shark on that.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I could see them tapping into the whole thing of them being in the Water Tribe, so they're going to focus more on this being a key site for the Avatar.
Yes, and yes, that is a great point. The whole Water Tribe thing just made me realize we have another awkward Sokka romance incoming.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's the area where they can definitely bungle this.
And yet, it was awkward in the show.
Oh, it was really awkward.
It was really awkward in the show. So,
like maybe the best thing that we can get about this is that our Sokka has the advantage of being, not that I've claimed specifically to this Sokka, in that way, but this Sokka has kind of that perfect level of cringe,
Yeah, exactly. No, I feel like as far as getting the awkwardness of Sokka into the live action, the actor for Sokka here does a fantastic job. Yeah. So, I'm looking forward to hopefully it being entertainingly cringe,
Right.
Rather than just cringe.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing that's interesting is that even in the animated show, Yue was an exposition bot.
Yes.
So, oh no, if she's even more of that in this.
I mean, hey, with more time, maybe that means that they won't need exposition as much. Granted, the show has done a lot of exposition. Well, either way, it'll be entertaining.
Yeah.
In its own way.
Yeah. I'm hopeful that we get at the very least an awesome whatever you do to that spirit, I'll unleash on you tenfold. Let it go now.
Angry Iroh. I'm looking forward to that.
Mako's voice acting in that was just
Well, and especially given that Zhao is the smarmy middle management dude, having him be on the receiving end of that, where it's exactly. I feel like I can see the code.
I can see
it.
It's gonna come
together, and it's gonna be great.
There's some things that I want one-to-one.
Yeah,
and then other things I'm like, you can have some creative liberty. Admiral Choi, prepare to meet your fate. Whoa! As I was saying.
Yeah. Zhao suddenly is taking him super seriously. Oh no.
Imagine in this version, Sokka ends up making it to the bridge, and he has a fight with Zhao.
No.
All right, enough speculating. Y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Prince Zuko, the Imperial Guard. They're coming to take the prince into custody. What?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that actually works very nicely.
I overheard them discussing discussing new orders. Orders from the Fire Lord himself. He sent his personal guard to bring Prince Zuko back to Capital City, where he is to stand trial for treason.
I really like this.
Yeah, if Zhao figured it out that he's the Blue Spirit.
And the timing of it coming right after that episode. But then also, you know, Zuko is now getting this tip because...
Prince Zuko, you need to leave.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Do not start the engines until you are well clear. Stay off the main roads and travel only at night.
Nice. And this is his little boat has an actual engine on it too.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Stay safe, Your Highness.
Awesome. Awesome. I like it.
And we earned that because we adjusted things in the Blue Spirit stuff.
Yeah, so it's like
this guy,
it all works.
It was all too easy to get him to take the bait.
Oh.
Wow.
And that's how they get him to confirm that, yes.
Yeah. It was enough.
You were the one who did it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now he split up Iroh and Zuko.
Yeah,
so he
that's
can get Iroh.
real clever. I like it.
Oh man, this Zhao's good.
Tell the Fire Lord about his son.
That the prince chose to put his needs over those of his countrymen.
The little ship is what blows up.
Nice.
Not the big one.
That's really good.
Blasting Jolly.
Jump! Jump!
Prince.
Yeah, and it looks like it's just a basic
I like it.
a malfunction or something.
Yeah. That's good.
Zuko just keeps getting more scars, you know, more burn scars, you know, it just keeps adding them.
Well, and this will add to the his, you know, like monologue to Aang at the cave of, you know, I've always had to struggle and fight, you know.
Yeah.
I just realized Zuko and I, we both have a lot on our shoulders.
I feel like we don't need this to be
This
stated.
whole time, I've been worried that I don't know what I'm doing. And the truth is, I don't. But at least I'll be able to do it with my friends by my side.
That's right. Team Avatar.
Yeah. Yeah. See, where I thought that was going to go is that Aang was going to be like, I actually noticed that Zuko's kind of just making it up as he goes too. So like, you know. But
we need to hammer all the points home. Exactly. This is
because Aang is wise beyond his years, even though he's still a kid. So, you know, it. Oh.
I mean, yeah, we never gave the name for the, you know, actual city.
No, I was just more surprised that like a random person down there just says that as they fly overhead.
Yeah, you could have a town crier.
Quick, the Avatar's coming. You there. He's about to do a low pass over you. Say that right when he gets there.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
We've been expecting you.
Oh, right, because everybody knows that the Avatar's going to the...
Also, the statues have lit up, you know.
Yeah.
This is Master Paku. He is our senior waterbending master. And this is my daughter, Princess Yue, our tribe's spiritual leader.
Her hair doesn't look like a dick. Not as much.
Several days ago, our scouts picked up a Fire Nation fleet steaming this way. We've been keeping track of them ever since.
Cool, they're competent. Nice.
To have you with us.
Stop staring.
I'm not.
Can't help it. There's something about her. Have we met her before?
Ooh.
Now quit it before they think something's wrong with you. When there already is.
That's cool. So then her connection to the spirits and stuff is what?
Okay.
Our enemies can't be allowed to get away with such a brazen crime.
Yes. Yes, Admiral Zhao.
It was Ozai. Ozai's lost all shred of humanity. He's become so obsessed with conquering the world, he cannot tolerate anyone who would get in the way of this.
It does make what I'm about to say
A little bit harder. Yeah.
has given me the honor of leading a great armada with orders to conquer the North.
Forgive me, Admiral, but you weren't the first to come to mind for such a prominent.
Of course, that also means that I have no track record of failure,
Unlike you.
unlike you.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
I like it.
Having her trained specifically against earthbenders, yeah. And being like, try to kill her. Do your best. He's a useful tool.
Yeah.
You what?
Lord deems your performance below average.
Ooh.
One hair out of place.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, it's the one hair out of place.
Yeah.
But, you know, evolved.
Right.
He's playing games with you, right? I'll burn everyone in the world until he admits the truth. The truth. That I'm the one.
I'm the main character of my goddamn... of this goddamn world.
That's right.
That is Azula energy. I'm the main character. Why isn't everyone bowing and loving me?
Right.
Just go and talk to her.
Say what? Hey there, Sokka, Southern Water Tribe.
Yes, that's exactly what he does!
So that could actually be the setup of that.
Yeah.
I just want to say thanks.
Aw.
Helping me get here.
Cool.
I wouldn't have missed it for the world. A world I wouldn't have seen if it wasn't for you.
Yeah.
It must have been difficult to grow up cut off from other benders. The Fire Nation's attacks took so much from you, from all of us.
I like that he's bringing this up because, like, it'll make
In
it.
the morning, go and find Yagoda. She is one of our finest instructors, and she can start you on your journey.
Right, setting up the disappointment.
Right.
Find
We
us
always
instructors.
adapt and change. We're also very set in our ways.
Yeah.
All right. The delivery is going to be everything.
Ah, cool. So she's a waterbender.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
She makes ice cream.
That's pretty cool. Is he going to say it? Is he going to say it?
When I was a kid, I used to hide out here when my dad would meet with the elders. He said he wanted me to see how things worked in the tribe because someday it would be my responsibility.
You are just a girl.
You think I wasn't a girl?
No, I just figured with you being a princess and all.
That I was stuck up?
Yeah. I mean, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
I know out there. I see them all. But
This is fun.
Go back home. It was my duty to protect the village.
Don't lie.
I
Don't.
took that seriously.
Okay.
I would probably say too seriously, but
Yeah.
the thing was,
it's your responsibility.
It's your thing. Yeah.
so I made a promise to my dad, and I was gonna keep that no matter what. There are times it would have been nice to not have to worry. Times I wish I could be.
I like this. That's cool.
How do I know you?
What?
For the evening blessing.
Thank you, hon.
Oh, so she's.
Trouble at all.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. Sokka has one. I was gonna say where she doesn't have one, unless it's hidden underneath.
Yeah,
her.
I think it's hidden.
Oh, no way!
Nice.
No
okay.
way!
All right.
Yeah, just build your natural barriers.
It has withstood attacks for over a century.
Fire Nation armor. Is it metal? The reference we have has spikes on the shoulders.
No metal, leather, and they don't have shoulder spikes anymore.
The rest of the platoon should hear this.
I like it, and he actually seems like a decent dude. He's not as like smarmy, stuck up, you know.
We've heard stories of how you've saved communities, defeated the Fire Nation platoons, even battled monsters. How were you able to do all that?
Well,
Please help me.
we might need to talk. Yeah.
Yeah, and so his feelings of not meeting expectations, but then them also like being like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
And to heal.
Pretty dope trick.
I've gotten good at picking things up quickly. We had to think on our feet a lot. Nothing to focus your mind, like fireball coming at your head.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but women don't fight. We use our skills to heal, not to harm.
I don't want to just heal.
Healing is a noble and sacred tradition.
I'd love to get that and like
Yeah,
love to fight.
right.
In the Northern Water Tribe, women aren't allowed to fight.
Aren't allowed? That's not right.
But that is our way.
Nice. But I like that she came in, fully accepted the whole thing of like, yeah, learning to heal. This sounds great. And
oh, that's it?
Realize it. Oh. Huh.
So,
what's the deal?
Princess Yue.
Yeah.
She seems great.
She's dedicated, kind, generous. The princess and I, we were betrothed.
Oh, were?
It was arranged by our parents when we were children, but
Ah.
16, she broke it off.
Oh.
Okay. Oh. Okay. I like that.
So, you would have gone through with it?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Sore spot.
Yeah.
Okay. I like this.
Yeah. Yeah, because we don't need Han to be a doofy bully character.
Nah.
It gives nothing.
Right.
I'm hoping Kuruk can help me make a difference in this.
Oh, cool. So, yeah.
Cool.
So let's consult with a past avatar.
Some say he became enamored with the spirit world and spent most of his time there. Unfortunately, that meant he wasn't around much to help us deal with our problems.
Gotcha. We don't like Kuruk. No.
Okay.
Damn.
Hello,
Lot
an
more
entrance.
Badass.
Yeah.
If she showed you the North being destroyed, then it will happen. But the battle's outcome is still uncertain.
Just one kid.
No, you are the Avatar.
When I was at Kyoshi
You
Island,
can't shirk
I
responsibilities.
unleashed these incredible energies.
The Avatar state.
She was in control. You can do that.
That's not possible.
Yes, it is. Kyoshi did it.
I'm not Kyoshi.
But you still could.
After I became the Avatar, I discovered dark spirits were on the verge of crossing over into our realm.
Whoa. Korra lore.
Okay.
So I spent my life fighting them.
Nice.
The war I'd waged on the spirits
Changed me.
damaged my body.
Oh, fuck. Oh, cool.
I wouldn't be able to control the Avatar state any more than you could.
Whoa.
Okay.
That's cool. We're setting up some long form stuff.
Yeah.
Umi, my beloved,
Oh, that's fun.
paid the ultimate price.
Umi means ocean in Japanese.
Oh. Nice.
The Avatar must walk alone, or else the ones you love will suffer.
Now the parallel to Zuko there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. I like this.
I should get going.
Is something wrong?
I was going to ask for advice about you, actually.
I guess you need to go and recombobulate.
I knew it. It was you.
Yeah.
You're the boss.
Yes. Not long after I was born, I got very sick. So my father pleaded with the spirits to save my life. And a miracle happened.
So you're a spirit?
Spirit.
Part spirit, mostly human. It also means I have the ability to visit the spirit world.
Yeah.
In my dreams.
So you pop over there just for fun?
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Nearly being mauled by a spirit monster, or getting my face eaten by a predator, or having to relive one of the most painful memories of my life.
Painful?
What? What?
I overheard my dad saying he was disappointed in me. That I wasn't cut out to be a warrior.
Do you know what I remember about you from the spirit world?
Oh, nice.
You were worried about your friends, your heart. That's what sets you apart. That's what makes you a warrior.
He's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Why did you turn down Han?
Han is wonderful, but he is not the boy of my dreams.
Wait. Whoa.
I mean,
wait.
Okay. So
is that recent or something? Like
that.
All right, okay.
There is no Team Avatar. There is only the Avatar. Stop thinking about what you need and think about what's best for them.
I mean,
And they're just making out on the side of the room.
actually, it's a fish.
Was he able to help?
No, he couldn't help me. I'm on my own.
Okay.
Well.
Where will I be stationed during the battle?
Women aren't allowed in combat. thought you knew.
No, I didn't.
And
I wouldn't have accepted it if I did.
This is not up for debate.
I've been fighting firebenders ever since I left home. Can any of your men say that?
yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Why not?
Because this isn't about them, it's about you.
Then that ties into the duel of the...
Let what happened to the southern tribe happen here.
What? What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah.
That has nothing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well,
he went from being like, I am a cultural, like, insensitive person to, like, now I have my head up my ass.
Right. Because it's become a pride thing of...
Maybe we should talk to Yue. Or maybe we should listen.
Ooh. Wait.
Maybe it's better if you don't fight.
Whoa.
Can't lose, Sokka. Aang, you're not gonna lose us. But just the thought I could is gonna hold me back.
Oh.
These people need the Avatar.
Okay.
And I can't be the Avatar with you around.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
All right. That's fun. That also leads into him going off by himself to harass the ships and things, and like it ties into season 2 finale stuff. Like,
yeah.
Oh.
All right, let's see them. Yep, there they are. I can't see shit.
Ah, yes. Zhao the Conqueror.
The city is surrounded by impassable barriers on 3 sides. Its front is protected by an ice wall. What makes you think you can succeed when so many others have failed?
I have destiny on my side.
Nice.
Despite what our propaganda would have you believe, the waterbenders are neither weak nor cowardly.
This is destiny.
Yeah. Cool.
I like it.
Cool.
I fear I've underestimated Zhao. He's more dangerous than I thought.
Yeah, I figured that out as I was swimming away from the burning wreck of my boat.
We've almost reached the north. Have you got a plan yet?
The plan is to go in and capture the Avatar once and for all. The plan is to reclaim what's rightfully mine.
Nice.
So no plan.
Oh, that was great.
It's almost as if he's working with someone else. Someone much smarter.
Nice.
Choose your opponent.
Sure. Azula found out the thing about the ocean spirit. Yeah. Or
All
the
of
moon.
them.
The moon. Yeah.
You must select one.
No.
I'll fight them all. Oh.
Stop playing games.
I'm not the one playing games.
This is your last chance. Fight or fail. You dare.
That's what she wanted, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
She calms down.
Yep.
Fuck. He's like, oh yeah.
You want to test me? Set me loose. Let me go into the world and show you what I can really do.
Like Zuko.
I'm through playing games here.
You made Daddy proud. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if Dad didn't think I'd be a great warrior, but I can still be great in some way. The point is, I get to decide.
I'm gonna challenge Paku to fight.
Whoa, that is...
He's like...
All my life I've held myself back. I'm not just gonna let someone else do it to me now.
Remember back at the Southern Air Temple when you said we had to go with Aang?
Uh-huh.
If we hadn't gone with him, I wouldn't have seen how 2 kids from the Southern Water Tribe can measure up to anyone. Even strapping young Northern Water Tribe warriors.
Sokka, if you're trying to talk sense into me, you're not doing a very good job.
Sense?
No.
Who's talking sense?
Kick his ass.
Go kick his ass.
Yeah, I knew it.
This is great.
Yeah. I'm not talking sense. No. Yeah.
Nice, getting the hair undone. Cool, cool.
Yeah, they really wanted to get that shot. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's also showing, I guess, his restraint that he's like, I'm not trying to do anything ice-wise that could, kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that all you got?
Yeah. Yeah, doing some earthbending style stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, now he's like, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll say this. You're an excellent waterbender.
But you still won't let me fight.
No.
No.
That was so cool. Did you see the kid?
Well, I doubt anyone's gonna say you're not strong enough now.
Yeah.
No? You just say I lost.
Did you?
Yeah. Who cares? No.
Yeah.
He's not gonna teach you.
You said you're afraid of losing us, and that's why we can't stay by your side. But it's my decision to fight.
Master Pout.
Not Paku's and not yours. I don't know if I can protect you.
That's fine.
Yeah, and worrying about who will or won't get hurt, it's not just the Avatar who has to deal with that.
Yeah.
It means to be a family.
Nice. Yeah. Cool.
This is the past. Now, only one person can tell you the future. The person who will write the legend of Aang.
She means you.
Yeah. Just clarify. Can we get a group hug? Team Avatar.
Yeah. But you gotta get everybody in there for it.
Yeah, the Ash is here. Yeah.
Time to fight.
Awesome.
Wow.
That was great.
That was fantastic.
That was awesome.
Like they navigated somehow the UA stuff.
Yeah, like they did the thing that they did with Suki of like, hey, the character didn't have the most personality in the original show, so let's change that a bit. They made it so that yes, even though it happened very quickly, we actually have reasons for why Sokka and Yue would connect really strongly.
Right, and we made it more interesting by taking Han out of the
exactly.
silly. Ugh.
Right, it's more of this is how we're going to help showcase the kind of person that Yue is. Yeah.
Because she's the only one of the characters that matters here.
Right,
really.
exactly.
Like as far as like characters to develop in the Northern Water Tribe, Yue's 95% of the effort. Paku's the other 5%.
Right. And also, given that it's going this way, you could have Han still do his strike force and Zhao just immolates him.
Yeah, just kills him.
And it's just, oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Yeah. We got another banger.
Yeah, this is a pretty solid episode.
Yeah.
And it's not my favorite, but it's up there in the top 3 so far. I would say that the things that were my favorite parts about this episode, honestly, were the changes.
Yeah.
I think that all the changes this episode were fantastic.
Yep, they were wonderful.
We combined the one hair out of place from season 2, book 2, episode 1 into this here. We combined that a little bit with Azula being set up to then being unleashed on the world, which is a thing you don't have to have as the stinger at the end. You can have like a little bit of it.
You can have the stinger, but more importantly, when it happens in season 2, it's not going to feel like it comes out of nowhere.
Right.
It's this has been built up to, but then also it adds to why Zhao has this information.
Yep.
Because Zhao randomly, it's like that always kind of felt a bit odd. But Azula being like, no, I found this out. I've been keeping this secret,
or this is just stuff that the Fire Nation knows from raiding the library.
Sure, yeah.
Anyways, but the stuff that they changed this episode was just really, really solid.
Yep.
We start off with Zhao doing instead of, there's no pirates in this version, so we're just going to have Zhao directly set it up with soldiers that we've seen him already buy the loyalty of in previous episodes. So the fact that he set up the lieutenant that had been, kind of antagonistic towards Zuko until recently, he found out that Zuko's responsible for saving him and his companions' lives. He then ends up accidentally having Zuko blunder into this whole assassination attempt. It's that's totally perfect.
It totally makes sense that one, this Zhao would come up with that.
Yep.
But then two, like the way that it happens as I fully bought that it's I didn't think it was a ploy, right? And that works in so nicely with all of the things that have happened recently of, him coming to understand Zuko better.
Right.
Zuko understanding them better, and
Right.
you know, and all of that, right? Like and then the fact that it comes directly after the Blue Spirit, of course it would, right?
Yeah.
Zhao specifically set this up as I know Zuko's going to try and do something stupid. I didn't expect that, and I didn't expect it to work. But okay,
Right.
he did that.
And he figured it out that it was Zuko.
Yeah.
We didn't get the satisfying moment of him walking onto the ship and going, I didn't know you were skilled with broadswords, Prince Zuko.
Right.
Like, that scene is dripping with, like, thrills in the animated show.
Oh,
because
yes.
you realize, oh shit, I don't know what Iroh would do if Zhao says, you're a traitor to the Fire Nation, and just calls him out right there. Like, I don't know what Iroh would do.
Yeah.
But in this version, it's the, no. Zhao figured it out.
And then he's
like, I'm going to test him
Right.
to see if it works. If it works,
then I was right.
Then I was
Yeah.
right. If not, then oh no, a ship blows up. You know, whatever.
Yeah, right, exactly. You know, and so no problem there.
No problem
which
there.
is a way to then make Zhao start to feel a bit more threatening, which
Yes.
Iroh even kind of specifically states.
He was
which
like, I wasn't taking him seriously, but he might be more dangerous.
He might be more dangerous than we thought, which we need him to be for this finale, right? So the way that they kind of like bridged that, I love it. And
It was
then,
efficient, yeah.
it was efficient.
Yeah.
But then also it builds up even more the presence of Ozai and the Fire Nation coming into play here with the lie that Zhao decided to use, right? And so then we go from there to the whole Northern Water Tribe.
Yeah,
and
so we now have the stakes set properly in that Zhao is coming in with the assistance of, Azula, which is, that's just fun. That's just fun. We should have a very narrative, straightforward through line in a show like this to the, hey, we go from Zuko to Zhao to Azula to, book 2, Long Shang.
Yes.
Then back to Azula, then to Combustion Man, then back to Azula again, and then Ozai. You know, you have this very nice, very, I would say, very continuous line of antagonists all influencing each other all the way up to it. Whereas in the animated show, Zhao was a hard, like, boom, stop, it's abrupt. Then Azula is hard, abrupt entrance. Her entrance is flawless, but there was still less of a...
the connective tissue was Zuko's monologue in the cave.
Right. It was stuff that was more based around the fact that it was an episodic kind of narrative where Zhao and Zuko would just show up based on what made sense to happen at the time. So
the Avatar's on Kyoshi Island?
Yeah. So this feels, again, more efficient. It feels like you're taking advantage of the fact that we know where everything goes in the story all in advance. So we can do things like this.
It really feels like it's the perfect balance of like making it a smooth experience for the people who have never seen the original show.
Yes.
And also making it an improved experience in certain areas.
In certain areas,
for people who have seen the show. Right? So that way it's like, oh yeah, that thing that we just sort of went along with because, hey, it was fun and it worked in the original show, we're actually going to smooth it out even more. And when you didn't even think necessarily that it was bumpy.
It needed it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
awesome.
Fun stuff. That's what you can do in an adaptation.
Yep.
And then also just the way in which they're setting up the fact that they're so confident in this production, basically, that they're saying, no, we're not just going to set up books 2 and 3 here. We're going to set up Korra. I can't believe they did this. So in Legend of Korra, there's this whole concept of the spirit's alignment, which was really clunkily handled in Legend of Korra Book 2. But imagine, if you will, Jacob, I know we're jumping way too far ahead,
I know.
But a Korra live-action adaptation where you don't have to adhere so tightly to things because
a lot of Korra stuff was clunky
because you didn't know you were getting another season after that.
There were a lot of production issues. So like having that not be as much of a problem, and then also maybe being able to lean into things a bit more when they maybe weren't leaned into enough.
Right, some of the darker elements.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I
actually have holy shit.
Well, I have so much more confidence in a Korra live action adaptation than I would in a Avatar.
And yet this is already doing
and this
a
is
great
already
job.
doing a decent job.
Yeah.
Like fuck, man. Like this is not bad.
So then let's go to the other thing that was a huge improvement from the original show. Yue.
Yue.
Oh my god. Like,
oh my god.
This is fantastic. Like
do an activity together.
Yeah. Like, and I love that Sokka even made the joke of the what am I gonna say? You know, hey, Sokka, Southern Water Tribe, right? Like,
right.
That.
Right. Like, literally the only thing I thought was cringy is something that they can smooth over in the next episode of the he's not the boy of my dreams. Which I'm like, oh, okay, so Sokka is? Wait, how does that work?
Yeah, I don't think that necessarily they were implying, like, she likes Sokka, okay, cool.
Right.
But I don't think necessarily that that's what she was implying, and that she was like, I know that I'm going to run into Sokka, and so I said no to
him. I might be cooking too much, but it gave me the vibe that they're like, no. Her spirit dreams gave her the ability to tap into things, and her vision was that she bumped into you. Like, that was
I think that's totally possible. They could absolutely do that.
We'll find out in the next episode, for sure. Because her story ends next episode.
Right. But I like the idea that from the angle of the women having agency, right? It was the one I just decided, no, I didn't want to marry him, right? Like I didn't have to go along with what the traditions of, you know, my people state.
Which kind of undoes a little bit of the Paku is like, this is the way things are. Because then Yue was suffering from that too.
It does a bit, but at the same time, I feel like
she's royalty, she can just...
She's royalty, but then also it's the, like that was... The way it's set up, it very much feels like it's the, yes, she made this decision when she turned 16 where she was considered like an adult or whatever. So there was probably that bit of drama where daddy was disappointed, you know, or...
sure.
But that's a thing that's been done, and with the kind of character that they've established here with Yue, of course she'd do that.
Of course she'd do that.
Of course she'd do that.
True.
Like, she's already been through that whole thing. But it wasn't something as fundamental as, I'm going to challenge the entire way that this society does things, right? It's the, no, Dad, I'm not going to marry this guy. Right? Like, what Katara's doing is a much bigger deal in that sense.
Oh, totally.
You know, and so, and then, but they also did a thing that was really fun here, where with Paku's, like, the way that he was resisting, originally it's the, he's an old man set in his ways, no, this is how things are done. But then he said the whole thing of, no, I will not allow what happened to the Southern Water Tribe to be repeated here. It's a point of pride for him. He's doing the classic thing of making it about him, right? Where now Katara's saying, I want to have my own agency as a person and be given equal standing. He's like, you are insulting my capabilities, right? And so, like, you know, which is not what it is. Which is why then when she goes and has the duel with him, yes, he beats her, but he didn't win, right?
No. And we immediately showed that the students are now the ones that are like, oh, we haven't seen moves like that. Can you show us what that is? I love that as well, because she basically took an earthbending move with the bring up the thing there. And that was from the animated show. Yeah. That's a direct callback there.
And also as the way that makes him suddenly start fighting seriously, because it's like the bitch, that was an ice disc. That could have decapitated me. You're bringing lethal force into this. This is a duel. I've been blowing snow at you. You know, right? Like, okay, fine. I'll start doing the same shit, and I'm going to demonstrate that I can. You know.
Imagine if that was a fleshy, leather-bound, you know, Fire Nation soldier. Yeah. And they go like, I don't have firebending. Just ice disc in my neck, just dead, just drops dead.
And
if you're just sitting there, just you melt.
Right. She demonstrated that she can fight, right? But then on top of that, having the way in which it resolves not be based on coincidence happens that makes him then realize you're connected to his previous flame.
I always didn't.
That then makes it something where it's still his decision to then condescend to give you your agency, as opposed to, no, she demonstrates that she's a capable fighter.
And he goes off and pouts.
And then he realizes, oh, fuck, everybody's wanting to, like, learn from her now. Shit.
Well, can't have that. Yeah. Guess you're gonna be my assistant in training all these waterbenders now. Right, yeah. We only have like 2 hours, you know.
Exactly, right. You know, I can't have the military be disorganized or something, you know, right? So
or even then just the a very obvious potential tactical advantage of like, they're demoralized or slightly because they're like, no, you cannot learn from her because she is a woman.
Or they're not as immediately ready to follow the instructions and directions of the person that would be leading them.
Right.
You know,
yeah, exactly.
So that was great. I wish that they had kept the fog exhale.
Right. There was this little bit of in the animated show, there were some scenes where Katara does the like, I'm gonna stand up. You know, I was knocked down, but I'm not gonna get up. And she does the kind of cringy bit where she's, you can't knock me down. And thankfully they kind of didn't do that part at all. Also, that was one of the most awkward parts of the waterbending for the animated show as well, because they swirl a line of water around her and she just kind of goes, woo, and it swirls around her and then it just disappears.
Right. I liked the give and take of how the actual fight happened here. Like, it was really fun. There were some times where they were moving around a bit needlessly, it felt like, but Paku was showing off for the beginning of it. And then once she demonstrated lethal intent, then he's like, okay, I'll move around like crazy and be, you know, shooting spikes at you and all that stuff. But
But yeah, it was fun to see that while the waterbending fight was great, and we are in an era right now where we can have CGI where the water elemental effects look good. I will say, anytime they go into the martial arts side of things,
the hand-to-hand stuff, that was like
so bad. Like
I get that was something that was in the original show, but like that, as far as things to remove from the fight, because there was that point.
It was only for like
a second, and you didn't need that in here, right? Like that. That didn't work for me nearly as well as the rest of it, and the stuff that did work from the fight for me really worked for me. But
okay, Kuruk. So we set up dark spirits and all that. That's fun. I also love that it's the I lost. Avatar is not some god that can't, lose or anything like that.
I can no longer control the Avatar state.
I have no longer like the same connection to, my past lives. Which literally happens in, book 2 of Korra. So,
but also, and this is why I think it's so great, it works for the fans with the, hey, Korra connection, lore stuff and all that. But also it addresses the very serious issue of the, hey, if you had that situation where because you were at this place, because in the original show it's because of the solstice that the Roku thing happened, but since we're doing it a bit differently, we need to establish why that can't just be done here, right? And so that way Aang still fully feels the responsibility. And we have it.
The thing that's weird, though, is that they're setting this up to then subvert it with what happens in the show.
Because of the ocean spirit?
Yeah.
Well, right, but that's something where, like, yes, it still ends up being something where then Aang goes to something else that does the sort of
puppeteering
thing. But at the very least, it's not something that's there from the outset, and so you have to have all of the struggle and
I get
internal
that.
and external.
I totally get that. I just think that one of the things that we've been having in this like weird middle ground with Aang is that I love the idea that the conflict that was set up in the very end of the series of the Aang, you need to take this seriously. You need to actually do this here, instead of bringing that up way later in the series. With regards to you need to kill Ozai. It's you need to be doing this out the gate. We have every single avatar already from the past having been brought up within the first book, all saying different flavors of the same thing. And Aang addressing that at the end of the episode with the, okay, I'm going to listen to you two. I'm gonna take what you said here and I'm going to fight. But I don't have to take every single thing that they say. So that's fun. It's just been tricky to feel like emotionally connected to Aang as a character. With his personality being so subdued behind all this other stuff he's got to navigate.
I will say, I think this episode also had a great scene that was a 1 or 2 up on the previous scenes in the show that tried to do this, of Aang interacting with Paku and I forget the name of the leader of the Northern Water Tribe, because he's not saying much. He's not saying much. He says a couple things here and there, but it's basically just facial expressions as they're like showing their obvious disappointment of like, wait, you haven't learned anything else? You didn't have all those superfluous episodes to like train with Katara on the water bending scroll and things like that. Like, you've been goofing off. Like, no, we need a warrior. We were expecting you to be at the forefront. We
expect you to at least have a modicum of experience with every single bending element at this point.
right. Maybe not fire, but like, you know, you're just an oh god.
No.
You're just the last Airbender.
That's gonna be fun to make book 2's beginning parts in a lot of ways about Aang bringing like actual like training into this with alternating between Katara and Toph. So
sure,
that could be kind of fun. But yes, we're set up for a really fun finale. I would love to see basically the lethality moment of the, you know, we're gonna have a, you know, sisters, brothers and sisters, you know, many of these faces will not be here. You know, like that would be fun to tease that and have basically the Water Tribe lose badly here, but still win the fight once Aang, you know, goes and unleashes himself.
And that's what I'm hoping they do with Han. I really do like the idea of just doing a full nope, he's torched.
Yeah, Han and Yue are both, you know, donezo.
Yeah,
for different reasons, obviously.
For different reasons. But also the other thing I have to say that I absolutely adored from this episode is then the moment where then Zuko and Iroh meet and Zuko's in the armor. And he's like, do you have a plan? And Zuko goes into this whole tirade, which I like
that's Zuko.
That's Zuko. And they gave additional reason for him to think that because Zhao beat him. He used his loyalty and the fact that he himself questions it and that Ozai would question it and all of that to trick him, to play him. And Zuko knows that, so he's super frustrated. So he's like going on his whole tirade, and at the end, Iroh's just like, "So no plan."
No plan. Like, which sets up Lao Guy and all that later.
But then also, yes, exactly. Yeah. But then also after that, Zuko being like, "Come on!" Like that's where the teenager then comes out again and like, "I'm gonna do something." You know,
figure it out.
I'll figure it out. Dad, stop it. You know,
I still want the scene. I know this is probably the most overt of this theme that the show can explore here. It's very obvious in this adaptation, so they might not need to do this scene as much, but when Zuko slips off of Zhao's ship in the night, he's like, "Uncle, you don't need to say it." He's like, "No, I think of you as my own, you know, ever since I lost my son, you know."
Yeah.
And that bit was
they wouldn't take that out.
Well, no. But I'm saying it's already so obvious in this version.
Well, and that'll just add to the you don't need to say it, Uncle.
Right.
Yeah.
So actually, if I make a prediction, I would love, you know, him to say, "Uncle, you don't need to say it," and he just goes. Like, and he just holds all the emotion in it, and he's like, "I know."
Right, because it changes. Because in the original,
and they have like a quiet moment of acting off each other.
In the original, and this is one of the things that I loved about the writing of the original. When Zuko says, "Uncle, you don't need to say it," that's where we know the situation.
Yes,
right, and then it gets confirmed. You know, yes, that is what we're talking about when then Iroh says it. The fact that we already have it, that makes it so that when Zuko says, "You don't need to say it," we know. You know, like we're saying that with Zuko.
Yeah, we don't need it confirmed.
Yeah.
And so that would just be fun because they've been nailing the Iroh Zuko stuff for like 90% of it. So this has been wonderful.
This show doesn't get enough appreciation or acknowledgement, I feel like, just at large. Because yes, we've been burned before, pun intended. But like the Iroh Zuko stuff is so good. And we didn't even talk about did we talk about the whole Azula thing with the lightning? That was great.
Oh no, we did not. So Azula has this weird place in the Avatar animated series here where she doesn't exist in the same measure that Ozai does. Like she comes onto the scene, she gets teased in the Blue Spirit episode, or in the Storm episode, and then she's just on the scene. Book 2, episode 1. Do the Tides command this ship? She steals the show for all of Book 2, basically. But in this, because Ozai is present, you need to introduce Azula in a like manner. You also need to introduce Mei and Ty Lee, which, you know, that's a lot of characters to start things off with. But by having Azula's conflict be actually on display here, we can have this kind of, like fun villain catharsis when it's Book 2 is Azula Unleashed. And she does the Azula thing, and she wins. And she's good at it. But then she's going to come back home in Book 3. And Zuko is going to immediately take all of that. And this is going to be the fun part. I don't know how they're setting this up to work here. But one of the points that Azula does in book 2 is she, you know, says like, no, you can take the credit. I would love to
that to be more a contentious point.
More of a contentious point of where this Azula would be like,
no,
I'm going to. Yeah, you want to take the credit? You want to give him the credit, Ozai? Then I will make sure that he takes all the blame when it's found out that the Avatar is alive.
Right, because that's more of the like, the subtle like Azula covering her own ass with that.
Yes.
But right. in the original show, it's very much the Azula is so in the position of power. It's the I will condescend to give that to you, Zuzu. Right. Like
so this Azula doesn't feel as megalomaniacal as the show.
She feels a bit more scrappy.
Right, because we can see that the part that makes her perfect is her firebending, her loyalty to Ozai.
Yeah.
Her fierce kind of obsessiveness with being the best and all that.
Right.
But we have very obvious cracks in her person.
Crackles, even.
Yes. So the fact that they're showing all that now and the ways in which she's kind of doesn't give a fuck about her friends. Like, I like this Azula and the way that they're using this to set up her downfall even more.
But also, I gotta say, I really like the bit of May and Ty Lee being the ones to point out he's playing games with you. The way that basically it's establishing they care about her.
Yes.
They also understand her. And they are helping her in a way that she's not able to help herself.
Right.
She does need them.
Yes.
Right. So that'll make their loss even crazier.
Yeah.
Right. And so that being the instigating factor for then, yes. And like also the being ice cold, that being the coping mechanism response to things are too crazy.
Right.
And so I let it all out and I become absolute zen as I crackle the lightning and something that we've never seen, you know, in the show before and everything. They don't even go for the blue fire, which I thought what they were going to do.
Well,
right?
they showed it for a little bit in the previous thing.
Yeah, in the previous thing, but that's not the thing that they use to showcase how ruthless she can be, right?
Which is fun because Ozai doesn't look shocked.
Well, yeah, because she specifically missed him.
Well, no. But I'm meaning the point that for the people that haven't seen the animated series, bringing out lightning here has got to be the most what the fuck kind of moment.
Yeah.
So the fact that Ozai goes, good, like kind of in his eyes there, I can imagine a non-animated viewer just being like,
Wait, what the fuck can Ozai do?
Wait.
Is that just the thing that they have? But also it's brought up at the same time as we bring up healing for waterbending.
Right.
So it doesn't feel entirely as out there, right?
It's the idea that, like, do you think you understand bending just because there's a water, earth, fire,
right.
air, you know?
No, it gets a lot crazier than that.
It gets a bit ridiculous.
And then also the idea, and I love this, by introducing Azula doing the lightning there, but then specifically shooting it at the palace, not overtly, but it establishes the lethality of this in that, yes, she does the same thing as Ozai did. She doesn't actually direct it at him, but you can't avoid lightning, right? So it's the, she preps it and then she shoots it somewhere else. Because if you could actually deal with lightning directly, that would be problematic, wouldn't it?
I mean, it would create a very interesting, catch...
right.
situation.
So
tried to find something that rhymes with 22, and I was like, catch no you.
But it's just a delightful little bit of detail that's also sprinkled in there that could, it's just that beneath the surface stuff that I love.
It's for the fans.
Exactly.
It's for the fans.
Yeah.
So stick the landing here.
Yes.
Finale.
You're doing great.
So y'all,
we've had 3 banger episodes in a row.
Yeah, that's true. So, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon and get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about Avatar: The Last Airbender, the animated series, core, and all that. And also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.